Picture yourself driving through a mountain pass. The road ahead does not shoot straight up the slope. Instead, it folds back on itself in a series of long, angled turns, switchbacks that seem to double or triple the distance you need to travel. Each hairpin bend feels like a detour, and from above, the pattern looks almost decorative, like someone laid out the road for visual effect rather than function. At first glance, it seems unremarkable, but there's more going on here than it appears. Why do not mountain roads just climb straight up? Why do engineers deliberately design these zigzag patterns that make journeys longer? The answer involves physics, vehicle capability, and the fundamental limits of traction. In this video, we explore why switchbacks exist, how they solve a critical engineering problem, and what trade-offs they impose on mountain travel. To understand switchbacks, it helps to first look at how steep a vehicle can actually climb. Every vehicle, whether it's a car, truck, or bus, has a maximum grade it can handle. This limit is not arbitrary. It's determined by engine power, weight distribution, and most critically, the friction between tires and pavement. When a road gets too steep, wheels lose grip. They spin without moving the vehicle forward. Even if the engine has power to spare, the tires cannot convert that power into upward motion. That leads to a first constraint. The angle of the road must stay within the vehicle's traction envelope. For most vehicles, that maximum sustainable grade is around 10 to 15%, meaning the road rises 10 to 15 feet for every 100 feet of horizontal distance. Emergency vehicles, buses, and heavy trucks need even gentler slopes. But mountains do not care about these limits. A mountain might rise 2,000 feet over a horizontal distance of just a few thousand feet. A straight road up that slope would far exceed what vehicles can handle. So engineers face a problem. The vertical distance is fixed, but the grade must be kept shallow. The only variable they can adjust is the horizontal distance the road travels. Switchbacks solve this by turning the road back on itself repeatedly, stretching the horizontal distance to keep the grade manageable. But this creates another requirement. The turns themselves must be navigable. A hairpin turn, the sharp reversal at the end of each switchback leg, is one of the most demanding maneuvers a vehicle can make on a mountain road. Large vehicles need wide turning radii. The outer edge of the turn must provide enough room for the vehicle to swing through without leaving the pavement. And because these turns often sit on steep terrain, the inside edge might drop away sharply. Engineers design each switchback with calculated geometry. The length of each straight leg, the radius of each hairpin, and the banking of the pavement through the curve. These are not arbitrary. They're calibrated to the types of vehicles expected to use the road. A road designed for passenger cars can have tighter turns than one built for commercial trucks. Which brings us to the final piece, the compromise between distance and difficulty. Every switchback adds time and fuel to a journey. A road with more switchbacks is longer to drive, but each individual leg is easier, gentler grade, less stress on brakes, and less demand on engines. A road with fewer switchbacks is shorter, but steeper and harder to navigate. Engineers do not just pick one approach. They calculate the optimal balance based on expected traffic, vehicle types, weather conditions, and construction costs. In some cases, they'll add an extra switchback to reduce the grade by even a few percentage points, because that difference matters for heavy vehicles in winter conditions. The zigzag pattern is not wasteful. It's the minimum horizontal distance needed to make the vertical climb possible. The next time you're on a mountain road, notice how each turn is not just a bend, it's a deliberate trade-off. The route is longer because the climb must be gentler. The pattern looks inefficient because efficiency, in this case, is measured by what vehicles can handle, not by the shortest possible line. Every switchback is a concession to gravity, traction, and geometry, a visible reminder that infrastructure does not fight physics. It accommodates it. Thanks for spending this time here. I hope this explanation added a little clarity.